Good morning. The sleep in the hostel wasn't too bad, but we're just lucky to get some sleep at all. The breakfast was kind of just bread and cereal, but at least we have something in our stomach. It's definitely cold and rainy here, so we will be obviously walking around, but for now, we're just hanging out in our beds and doing some work. See you when we're on our way to our first destination for the day.
So it is currently raining very, very hard right now, and we're about to get some food. We're just waiting for mine, and yeah, it's so rainy, and about to eat some good, delicious Indian food.
You mad, bruv? You see where we at, bruv? We at the London Eye, bruv. Oh, that's over there. Never mind. We'll check where we at. Oh my god. It's a dream.
Uber boat.
Gorgeous. We don't even care if it's raining.
Uber boat.
Shut up! So we are here at Buckingham Palace on a nice rainy day. It is freezing. I cannot believe I was in shorts yesterday. It's way colder here. Hopefully it doesn't rain too much. It's just like off and on, and when you have like a hoodie on, it's like I can barely see around. But yeah, so the guards are pretty cool. They're in a gray outfit today, just like marching around, doing their thing, hoping that I don't like jump over the fence so they have to kill me. But yeah, pretty cool place. A lot of gold. Looks like there's a huge, really nice park over to the right of Buckingham Palace. Maybe we could check that out. We're doing a lot of walking, so my lower back is currently hurting a lot, and my feet. We didn't really get much sleep. Hopefully we'll catch up on that later in the trip, but Buckingham Palace, you know, you gotta see it, but like, are you gonna stay here for more than like 10 minutes? But if you're one of those guards, you gotta stand here for like 10 hours, so hopefully they're getting a nice paycheck. I'm talking too long, let's move on to the next place.
I hope we're not Buckingham.
Adrian!
We're currently in a cool shopping area, and we picked up some food from Tesco, just a chicken sandwich and some rice cakes. We're trying to eat this in like the top of like looks like an abandoned Pizza Hut eating area, so hopefully we don't get kicked out and we'll eat super quick, but a pretty cool. Still rainy and kind of sad out, but we're having a good time. Behind me is one of Jackson and I's favorite paintings. There's also a couple more that are around us that are really beautiful. We just like scenes that are more of the outside and on boats. But yeah, this is really beautiful. And we are currently at the National Art Museum in London. So we will show you more pictures of what that looks like in the future. This is one of my favorite artists. It's Claude Joseph Vernet, and we are seeing this at the National Art Museum in London. Really amazing scene. It's a shipwreck scene, and if you can see the people, they are all in despair trying to collect all their belongings. There's thunder, an insane wind, and a coastal town all the way in the back. Super interesting, super moving painting. One of my favorites, but I'm sure a lot of these are gonna be my favorites in here.
So this is another painting by Claude. Me and Sophia just really love the pictures that kind of display an environment rather than just focusing fully on like just people doing certain things. I mean, that's cool to read about. There's obviously different history and the different scenes when it is just like people, normally like having to do with kind of like religion. But I just love seeing boats, sunlight, and mountains and castles and stuff like that. So I love this painting.
Something that I like about these old Catholic and religious paintings is how their faces are painted. They're painted very angelically and very soft. And I think that's something that we don't really see anymore. I think it's so beautiful and I just love that style. That's something that I personally really like, is just the faces and how young they look and how detailed and whimsical they are. But that's one of my favorite things ever.
So if you're ever in London, I would definitely recommend you to come to the Wolfson Room. These are all the paintings that I personally think are the best. And I cannot wait to go to Venice and all of the various places in Italy. I'm so excited for that part of the trip. So I just want to stop real quick just to showcase this style that I love. And it actually reminds me of what we saw today in the Tower of London, where there's just a ton of different animals that we saw. That the king had polar bears and lions and monkeys and ravens. It was crazy. Anyway, as far as the pictures go, you will see a bunch of different paintings that all look like it's the exact same artist, but they're all different. And it's just the same exact style of a bouquet of flowers with, you know, a bee there, a fly there, a caterpillar there, just a bunch of different insects to really make the painting stand out and just make you look closer. But all of them are different artists. I just really like the style. Let's get back to it.
We just got back from the museum. It is getting super windy, really rainy, and we're probably gonna be buying some groceries very soon and just staying at the hostel for the rest of the night, doing some homework, maybe grab a drink or two, and just relax and hopefully go to bed early tonight.
Dinner time.
Dinner time. Sounds like we're eating under a bridge, like some two hooligans.
Hello.
Hello.
No camera, no mic this morning. I just forgot it upstairs, but this is basically what's going on. Breakfast is kind of just bread and cereal, but we're trying to make the most of it. Super tired, but yesterday we didn't really do much. We kind of just went to the National Art Museum and Buckingham Palace. So today, even though we're more tired than any day, it's grind day. Sorry for the quality and probably the audio, but let's do it.
Okay, so behind me, as you know, is the Tower Bridge, completed in 1894, and that's what we'll be walking on right now to get to the Tower of London, which was completed in 1078. I had no idea it was over 1,000 years, or almost 1,000 years old. That is insane to think about, 1,000 years ago. But I'm not sure if we need tickets for it, probably. But at least it's not raining too much today. It is a Saturday, so there are a ton of tourists. We were shoulder to shoulder with people in Borough Market, but we're still having a great time. And it's so crazy to see this bridge behind me. I feel like Big Ben is a little bit cooler and more surreal, but the bridge is a little bit far away from Big Ben. We had to take the train, the underground train, but it was only like $2, £1 or something like that. But yeah, check out the sights. Can't wait to see them and get a little closer.
We just got our student tickets for the Tower of London. We are super excited. We don't know how long the tour is going to be or how much walking it's even going to be, but we're going to be seeing a crown with many jewels and so much more interesting things inside of it. If you are under cash assistance or a student in the UK, we were able to get it, but I think that she was just being nice about it. If you are a student in the UK, you can get discounted tickets, which is amazing. And if you are under cash assistance, you can get a £1 ticket and 50% off your meals inside of here. So we'll show you what that looks like in a second. Right where I'm standing, it's a strategically built tower where archers would be standing at each window awaiting any enemy that's coming in from the water. Through that window, you will see the Tower Bridge. Right below me are some ravens. I thought they were crows because I've never seen a raven before, but these things are massive. They're huge birds. And Jackson and I thought that we were just going to be seeing a castle, but we are seeing a whole castle town for King Charles III. Another interesting fact is that this is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, so amazing. Beautiful stone, greenery, and trees. And here's another view of the Tower Bridge from the bridge. Jackson and I are on our way to see the crown jewel, but as you can see around us, we are, I'm assuming, in the civilian area, all made out of stone and brick, super interesting. And there are guards that are usually in the red or gray. Right now they're in the gray. And there's two people dressed up as what was worn for the military, so that is in red and black. Very interesting stuff and cool history here.
So we just spoke to one of the guides here at the Tower of London, and we found out that behind me is where the king and government officials would have lived in. In the middle, you can see the white and brown striped houses. That is where the kings would have lived, and that has not changed over the years with the architecture and the history, and they kept those buildings exactly how they were in the beginning. But the brick buildings to the sides of the king's building with the white border around the windows, those are where the government officials would have lived, and those have changed over time. This would have been in the George and the Victorian period, And yeah, really cool history, very nice grass, and we can see another gray guard over there, probably freezing, but he's having a good time.
Jackson and I just finished touring the Tower of London, such an amazing experience. It's kind of sad that it was cut short just because it was closing, but so amazing, so big, and we could definitely wander around there for multiple hours. And we just picked up some coffee. I know it's Starbucks and we should be getting something that's more for the UK, but I had a gift card, so it's like, might as well. So we're recharging, and we're going to be going to Borough Market, which was the inspiration for Dagon Alley in Harry Potter. So very, very excited to see what that would look like. Right behind me is London's tallest building. It was designed by an Italian architect named Renzo Piano. And a cool fact about this building is that it has 72 floors. I'm not sure if we can go and get a tour in there, if there's free tickets or not, but it's still a really cool building to mention, and is one of London's most famous skyscrapers ever. One of the buildings that we wanted to see that we tried to book tickets for, but I guess we just didn't book them out as early as we wanted to, is known as Sky Garden. It's a beautiful view of the whole city, has an amazing restaurant up there that's very famous, ton of greenery up there, and just a crazy, crazy landscape of all of the city of London. For dinner tonight, I made some thick noodles. I don't really know what the noodles are called, but they're just some thick Japanese noodles. Corn, I think it's a coconut sauce, and then I cut up some chicken and put Greek yogurt in. We're just trying to get a nice filling, protein-packed meal. And it was, I think it was about $14, but we also had stuff saved over from last night, so maybe I'll just say like $16 for this whole meal. And we still have some left over, so definitely a good budget-friendly way is just go out to the grocery store and cook up some food, because that's the best. Because we would have paid probably maybe $13 for something that's this size, and it's probably like $2 for this. And we got some protein shakes just to really fill us up and help with our muscles, and working on some homework. Jackson's working on editing the video, and after that, hopefully we'll be going to sleep at around 10 p.m. Hopefully, if we can get stuff done. Goal is 9:30, max is 10 o'clock. So.
All right, the video's done. It is currently almost 12 at night. What time did you say we'd be done by?
I wanted to be done in 9:30, 10.
Okay, 10 max, right?
Yeah, 10 max, yeah.
See you tomorrow.
Yep. It's currently raining so what?